Hi, this is Ryan with Automatic Comics, and up next we've got another TMNT unboxing, as well as some Darkhawk because, why not? Hi, this is Ryan with Automatic Comics, and like I said, we've got another unboxing here with some TMNT books, as well as some Darkhawk. If you would like to see more videos like this, please remember to hit the subscribe button, and if you enjoy this video, please hit the like button. So let's get started. I've got, I believe there are 3 books between these two. It should be 2 TMNT books, as well as 1 Darkhawk book. So like I think I've said in some of the other videos, went off a little bit off the deep end with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles books. I just was definitely not immune to all the hype around them and everything, and just kept going out and finding more and buying them. I think I'm gonna hold off on any more for a little while, but I can never say for sure what my decision's going to be on certain purchases. I think, kind of like I've mentioned in some prior videos, I'm a very opportunistic buyer. If I see books that I think are a good price, I'll pick them up. If I have the money available at that time. So these ones, again, I came across and I thought they seemed like a good price, so I picked them up. So this one looks like, so this is the one that has the 1 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles book in it, as well as the Darkhawk book. So this one is actually, so here we go, we'll get it out of the bag. So this is one that I've shown in actually my first TMNT unboxing video. This is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #2, but this is actually the second print. So this is a 9/6 of the second print. I haven't done too much research on the differences between the two, if there is any actual difference that you can tell from the cover on them, or if the only real way to tell is from the interior. So that's definitely something that with the TMNT books, you want to be very careful when you're buying raw copies of these books. One, because of the multiple printings, so you could inadvertently pay way more than you should for a copy if you're buying one of the later printings. The other reason is that there are, because of the value of the books, there are fakes out there, especially with issue #1. So just something to be real careful with. I think, like I've shown before, it's a real cool cover. It's got, this is a mouser on the cover, and it's got the reflections of the turtles in there. If you're wondering, how you can tell if something's a second print, right up here, let's see, I don't know if you can see it or not, but it'll tell you in the label that which printing this is, and this one it says second printing, over here on the right-hand side. 9/6 of the second print. The other one I had was a 9/4 of the first print. I'll probably be looking to sell this book, since I prefer the first print. But still, it's it's a cool book. It looks exactly the same as the first print, and just a great book to have. There were still relatively low print runs for the books at this stage, because this was printed in January 1985, so that was within that. The first book was printed in '84, and so this is very early on in the Turtles runs. Now the second one, I saw it, and it was a great price, and so I grabbed it. There's nothing, there are a million of them out there, and this is Darkhawk #1. Quintessential, 90s comics, and printed a ton of them. Has been just sitting in, people just have a bunch of them sitting in dollar bins for a long time, but there's finally been some news around Darkhawk coming to kind of some MCU type content, and so So this book has been going up a lot more than you probably should. But hey, you know, like this is the direct edition. The newsstand has been going for kind of crazy money right now, but even the direct edition is over. Most recent sales I've seen have been over $300 for a 9/8. So it is not a cheap book anymore. Anytime there's news right now, it really seems to spike up books. So Darkhawk #1, if you happen to have some in your collection, you know, I think I have 2 or 3 of them in my long boxes. It's definitely worth checking the condition and seeing if you should send it in for grading, because there's a lot of value in this book now. So that's the the second book here. Now the last book. This should basically cover what I consider, you know, all the main, at least obtainable issues of, you know, the big kind of keys for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles that are relatively early. I mean, there are some books that are almost impossible to get if you want to try looking them up. There's some it's called Gobbledygook 1 and 2. They only had print runs of 150 each. It's the first time you actually see the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in print. It's an ad on the back cover for issue #1. You know, there's some kind of like crazy, and those I would call kind of like Grail type books, like almost impossible to get. You're not going to find them anywhere. So those ones, you know, yeah, while they'd be great to have, they're, you know, pretty unobtainable for almost anybody, just because of how rare they are. Now this one, let's see here. This one is what I would kind of consider one of the last, or that I from the ones that I've purchased of the kind of like key issues in the early-ish Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Assuming it's what I think it is. So it's in a Comic Tom mailer, but it is not a. I did not purchase a Comic Tom mystery box. Okay, I don't know why all that saran wrap was around the book, but you know, there's all these, like I think I've talked about before. There's so many different ways that these books get packaged, but so what this is this is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Adventures #1, and I mentioned this book in the first TMNT unboxing video that I did, and this is a 9.6 white pages. But the big thing with this one is this is the newsstand edition, and this was in 1988. So this is getting much later on in that transition from direct market to or from newsstand to direct market, and so there are a lot less newsstands once you get to this point. And so then, especially finding them in high grade like 9.6 or 9.8 is pretty rare. I think 9.8 newsstands have been recently selling for about 2,500. Maybe even a little bit more. So they are getting real pricey. But the kind of the key thing with this book is that it's the first appearance of Krang, Bebop, and Rocksteady. So some pretty major villains in the in the Turtles universe. But the other thing that's real cool, I think, about this book is, if you kind of like, you know, look at the cover here, the big change with this book is that it is the first time that you have their different mask colors. And so, you know, you've got Leonardo, Raphael, Donatello, and Michelangelo all with their different color masks, as opposed to the original when they're all wearing red masks. And so that's a pretty big change to me that happened in the kind of the life cycle of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Now this was not published under Mirage. This was published under Archie, and so I don't know offhand what the print runs are for these. They are much higher than you have for those kind of older original books, but still newsstand copies, so much less common, so kind of cool to have that. And just a nice high grade 9.6 white pages. So to me, this is hopefully the last kind of big Turtles book that I buy for a little while. I think I maybe need to take a little break from them, but cool book. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Adventures #1, first appearance of Krang, Bebop, Rocksteady, and when you have the change in colors in their masks. And we've got Darkhawk #1, which is the origin and first appearance of Darkhawk, and then the last one here is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #2, which is the first appearance of April O'Neil and the Mousers, but this is the second print, not the first print. So if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and when I get some more packages in, I'll film another video. Thanks again.